Hello everybody, in this new video I'm going to show you two different ways of starting the downswing and how it affects the dynamics of the club and the trajectory. So let's get stuck in. The first swing I'm going to show you is something I see quite a lot during my fitting sessions, and that's players who tend to cast the shaft from the top, and this is creating a lot of a dynamic loft. The second swing that I'd like to show you is a swing where the body starts to move back towards the target before the club finishes the backswing, which will tend to create a sort of a lag load of the shaft. Okay, so here we are on gears. This is me with the same club, and on the left hand side I'm going to be doing the casting load, and on the right hand side in the green I'll be doing the lag load. So let's get the casting load up to the top first of all. And what I'd like to show you here is what we call lead wrist set angle. And this is the angle between the left forearm and the shaft of the club. So at the top of the backswing here I'm at 74, pretty much 74 degrees. And what I want to show you is how this is going to increase now with this casting movement. So you can see this angle now, if I start the downswing, is going to start to increase. I take this to pretty much left arm parallel, and we're already up to 80 degrees. So we've already got about 6 degrees of difference here. And I do the same thing now with the lag load. Up to the top we're at 71 degrees, and I'm just going to start this down the same way, and you can see it's now actually decreasing with this way of loading. So going down, it's down to about 69 degrees, 68, and about left arm parallel it's about 69, 70 degrees here. So we've actually created less angle with this lag load. There's less angle being created here. The shaft is a little bit further back compared to the one with the casting load. I'm just going to keep going down now. So with the casting thing, we've got the shaft now at the vertical, and the same thing with the lag load. Now what I wanted to show you here is what happens to the shaft when we do this. I'm just going to scroll down on this one. And you can see at this state of time, the path of deflection is 11 degrees. It's negative 11 degrees, i.e. the head is behind the shaft. 11 degrees, 11 millimeters. And if I show you the same thing on the lag load, we're going to have pretty much the triple. So we've got 32 millimeters of negative or lag deflection here. So the head is much further back on this shaft. So definitely storing up a lot more energy in the shaft with this way of loading it. Now I take this down now to impact. You can see they're pretty much the same now. We've got about 40 millimeters of lead deflection now with the casting, and 42 with the lag load. So exactly the same sort of thing at impact, but the dynamic loft has completely changed. So I look up here again, and we've got pretty much 24 degrees of dynamic loft, if I can find it. Pretty much 24 degrees of dynamic loft here with the casting. There we are. 24 degrees here. And with the lag, we're going to have about 17 degrees. That's 17 degrees there. So a lot less loft with the lag. We've also got a better impact point. And it's also creating more speed, so it's around about 105 miles with this lag swing compared to 99 miles an hour with the casting swing. So the casting swing is giving me more dynamic loft, a lower impact point, and less speed. So obviously none of those things we'd particularly want. So that's going to be going a lot higher in the air with a lot more spin. So that's not going to be optimizing the distance. With the lag, we're going to generate more speed, less dynamic loft, and we've got a better impact point. So obviously the results are going to be a lot better with this. So if we move on to the ball data now, you can see there's some huge differences here. So a lot less ball speed with the casting way of going about things. That's obviously going to be related to impact point, but also dynamic loft. The more dynamic loft, the slower the ball is going to leave. You can see the launch angle is going to be higher, and the spin being created by a combination of speed, impact point, and dynamic loft. And just to get things even worse, it's actually hit slightly in the heel with our face to path, which was open as well. So we got to the right, short, lots of spin, no good at all. So that's something unfortunately we're going to see quite a lot in the fitting process. These sort of swings are things that are going to come through the door very often, which we can do things with different shaft combinations and different head combinations. With the lag load, more ball speed, the launch angles come down, the spins come down, and a much better distance compared to the other one. So this is exactly the same club, just two different ways of swinging it. So definitely going to be looking more towards the lag load release to the casting release, but that's pretty much obvious.
So as you've seen, two completely different ways of swinging a golf club, which produce two completely different trajectories. So you're going to definitely need a lot of different shaft profiles to be able to fit these two different swings. The person who's basically casting the shaft away will probably need something a little bit softer in the handle, a little bit stiffer in the tip section. Try and move that impact point slightly higher up the face and bring down the spin. Vice versa, the guy who's loading a little bit harder, he'll probably need a little bit stiffer in the butt, in the handle, in the butt section, and probably stiffer in the tip section. So just trying to bring that trajectory down a little bit more again. So it's not just a question of having some regular or some stiff or some extra stiff. It's basically how the shaft is made, which part is stiff, which part is going to be slightly softer. So you definitely need quite a lot of choices in shaft, and you definitely need a lot of choices in head as well, because obviously, as you've seen, the head is going to change how the shaft works as well. So the shaft does nothing on its own. It's the way where the player swings it that's going to influence how it works. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't already subscribed, please do, and I hope to see you all soon.